Morning all. Well, just thought I'd give you a quick update on the farm. I like to do that every now and then. So we've got our silage in behind us, you can see it. Definitely down on some years, but that's because we haven't had any rain really all of May. May's been horrendous for rain. Behind us is plastic for recycling, that's going to be picked up soon. We're paying over 400 quid a year to get our plastic recycled, that's our duty. And so that's going off. I don't know where it ends up, probably in China on fire somewhere. Right, I'm going down the fields now. We have got issues now, like all farmers in the UK. We've had loads of rain over the winter. Look at this, here's the floods from the winter. What if there's a big hole there, Jack, and you fall down the big hole?
It's China.
Is it?
Yeah, count.
Well, I'm getting back, I'm going back. Are you coming back? Are you going back? I'm going back. I'm too cold. It's flipping freezing out here. Okay. That was winter, and now we're into drought. So we had a horrendous amount of rain over the winter, more than ever before. And now we're in a situation where I'm getting a bit worried about the amount of grass we've got. Normally by now I'm thinking of putting the fertiliser on. Well, I would have put the fertiliser on to get second cut and also to boost the grass after silage making. Let's have a look. That fertiliser's there in the bags. So that's in the bags and it's staying in the bags until we look at like it's going to rain. But God, it's all scorching up everywhere, and the trouble is I'm eating through the grass very quickly and it's not coming back behind. We'll have a little look when we go down. I'll just chat about that when we get down there, and about our holiday which isn't happening. Alright, in a minute, cheers. Right, well I've just come through one field with the Land Rover, going on down to give them the cows a fresh bit of grass, but I just thought I'd stop by this dividing wire we've got here. So what we've got on one side is the field that the cattle are going over to get to the other field where they're grazing. This field here has been grazed probably 2 weeks ago or more. Can't remember the exact date they went in there. Normally I would expect to really freshen up. Let's have a look. But you can see there's a little hint of green on it, but basically nothing really. And that normally would be freshening up. This is, you can see how dry this is. It's looking very parched. Look at the grass. Look at that. So we got the odd bit of green there, but the majority, it's gone like that. Let's have a look. If you were a cow, you're not going to really do very well on that. So the situation I'm in now, this is very unusual. We had a drought 2 years ago, I think you probably remember, where we had to buy in bales, and that was late in the year. That was sort of later in the year, June, July time. Here's a bit of a clip of us getting some bales delivered. So there we go, first time in my life we've ever bought in silage on this farm, or hay, and first time in my life I've ever fed silage in the middle of summer. And so we were actually feeding bales to the cattle in the middle of summer, which is never done before. This year we got another really weird one, in the fact that we had a horrendous amount of rain, as you know, in the winter, but the thing is the drought now has come very early. This is very unusual to get a drought in, well, it really started in May, so it's great, April. Really good for everyone on lockdown. We've had April and May with absolutely fantastic sun, but the reality is it's creating a big problem on the farm and throughout the UK. I really need some rain now. Now the problem we've got is, if it carries on like this, it's going to be quite scary, because this is really early. We've still got June, July, August, September, where you're going to be making your second cut or your round bales and stuff. At the moment I can't see a lot of that happening here, as there's no regrowth. Hopefully you have to buy some stuff in, but that's going to be expensive, I think, because everyone else will be looking to buy it in. That's the way it goes. I mean, you probably realise the main thing that affects farming is the weather. And I've been banging on about this for years, and it's very up and down all the time. You've got to try and work with it. But we've had some extreme times, haven't we? Everyone who's followed this channel will know. Right, anyway, and some people suggested irrigation, but that's just not really practical on a small farm like this. And because we don't have this all the time, no one's really set up for irrigation in this part of the country, not on the dairy farm. Anyway, there's the cows. Look at them. Right, I'm going to go on down. I think I've got a couple of weeks worth of proper grazing left. Then, well, maybe less than that. And then we have to start sculpting over what should have been regrown then, and then that's going to get interesting. So we'll see how we go on that. I need to all do a rain dance. Right, I'm going to drive on down. Right, so here's a new strip of grass for the cows. I'm going to be giving them a bit of that. You see, they need a good length. It's gone a bit to seed. It's not quite as good as it should be for grazing now, but that's what we got. You can see, oh, my brother's given them a bit too much yesterday and they haven't eaten it down very tight. Normally the bit behind is a bit tighter. But they'll sculpt this down in the next day or so. So I'm just going to put up a new fence, move this down 20 metres or something like that, and then they'll have grazing that. We got to go in the field below. The field below where the pylon is, that's where I normally bale, which if I really get stuck, that's where I'm going to be grazing. If things don't sort themselves out, I'm going to have to graze off the field I keep for baling, which is not the best. Right, we'll have a little catch up when I've done this. Here we go, so just putting the fence up. Oh, it's all a bit tangled up here. Oh, come on. Let's just get that bit out of there. Okay, so that's going on the wire. All I've got to do is turn that on. Hear it clicking. So there's the fence there. Keep the cows out of this bit here because I want them to eat it all at one go. Or mess on it. So there's the fresh bit. Nice bit of grass there now. So I'm going to go back up. We'll let them down. I'll have a little chat, tell you about our holiday or non-holiday. There's a rabbit in the hedge there. Here, Mr. Rabbit, are you having your breakfast? Yellow grass. Right, brother Tom's been milking. This is the majority of the herd. Most of them have been milked by now. There might be a few left up in the yard, but they'll all work their way down. Let's open this up. Come on in, out the way. Go on, don't get stuck behind the gate. Come on. Very dusty now this time of year. You can see the dust on my lens. I have a real problem with dust on my lens on this job. 63, you're going first. They all know where they're going. Go on. And off they go. Have a sniff around the Land Rover. Right, anyway, so I'll give you a bit of an update about the farm with the lack of rain, really. We'll keep an eye on that. Sorry about the dust on the lens. I can see it here now, but there we go. The cows are going on down. Just give you an update on our holiday. We're not having one now. We had a holiday booked for Devon. I only really get 1 week's holiday a year. Don't really take much. I've had 2 days off this year so far. And so we book a holiday with the kids away, British holiday. But we've cancelled that now. It was unfortunate really. We had a chance to get our money back if we cancelled before the end of May. And I didn't want to cancel, but because my wife's in that high risk category, as you probably know, even though lockdown's eased, it was a bit risky going away. And to be honest, I've seen so many videos and pictures on the internet of Muppets in places really crowding around there. I can't believe that the second wave of this coronavirus isn't coming. So it seemed inappropriate to really go away, which is a real shame, you know. But to be honest, I'm not looking for sympathy here, because we are very lucky. I count myself very lucky that we have all this space around us. The kids are having a great time on the farm, and what we'll do, we'll probably stick a couple of tents up in the garden and camp out in the garden overnight or something to make it a little bit of a holiday. I've also ordered a hammock. How about that? Hey, I've never had a hammock before. It's bound to rain when that arrives, so we'll see how that goes. It's a one on a frame that you like, because I haven't got enough, two trees close enough together, so it's a hammock that I can lie on out in the garden, so that'd be a bit of a laugh. But yeah, so the holiday's cancelled, and maybe we'll try and get somewhere later in the year, but I very much doubt it. I think you've got to hunker down and accept that this year's a bit of a weird one, and I can't blame people who want to go away on holiday. And if you're not in this high risk category, maybe you will try and do it, but it's all, no one knows where this is going really, do they? It's all like the world's getting back to normal, but the thing is, the coronavirus hasn't said, do you know what, I'm going to stay there and not attack anyone now. So we'll see. But in the meantime, we're okay. I hope you're all okay. If you tune in on Saturday at 8 PM, we're doing the live stream for Harry's birthday. He's 9 on Saturday, so watch that. He's going to open some cards. Some of you have sent him some cards and presents, which is lovely. We're going to open those live on Saturday night, and we'll have a chat. I think he probably got a bit of a birthday cake that my wife's made. He wants a Rice Krispie cake, a big one, which is going to look a bit like a cow pat, I think. My wife said that's the easiest birthday cake she's ever made. We're going to make. You might have seen it. A lot of you comment about where's my wife? Well, as you probably know, she's notoriously camera shy, but if you'd watched the live stream last Friday, you would have actually seen her. She did make a guest appearance, so she is around. She's just a bit camera shy. Right, so we're gonna get on up here. So anyway, we'll see you all soon. That's just a quick catch up. Look at them, they've motored on down there. You can see a sort of dust cloud around them as well, look. Going through, that was where the rabbit was by that. Look at the dust. Wow. So dry. So dry. Anyway, right, hope you're all well. See you soon.